Park Chan-wook in Oldboy. This is a movie in Oldboy, one of the most famous South Korean films of all time. I mean, it's probably this or Parasite is the most influential South Korean film that has at least made it to the United States. Park Chan-wook is a acclaimed international director, and over this past few weeks, Neon released Oldboy, the 2003 version, not the Spike Lee version, the 2003 version. Neon released it in time for its 20th anniversary. This was the first time that I got to see Oldboy, and I'm really excited to talk about it here on the Beniverse Movie Channel. So right up next, I'm talking Oldboy. Hello, and thank you for jumping in and checking out this channel. My name is Ben Friedman, film critic, and today I am talking about the film Oldboy, which premise, in case you don't know it, although it is probably one of the more famous premises in the movies, 15 years of imprisonment, 5 days of vengeance. That's the tagline. With no clue how he came to be imprisoned, drugged, and tortured for 15 years, a desperate businessman seeks revenge on his captor. This film stars Choi Min-sik as Oh Dae-su, Yoo Ji-tae as Lee Woo-in, who is the villain of this movie, and Kim Hae-jung as Mi-do, who is the love interest in this movie. If you know anything about Oldboy, you know the twists and turns that takes. I'm not going to spoil it for today's purposes. I am just going to talk about my first time watching Oldboy and what that experience was for me. Oldboy was a movie I had heard much about. In fact, you know, when the 2013 Spike Lee version did come out, I did actually rent this back in 2013. I must have been 14 years old at the time. And you know what? I liked the movie at the time. The twist totally got me. All of it worked. It was kind of my first exposure to something that I didn't really know about. So I really liked that movie. I eventually, when I finally got the opportunity and they were announced that they're going to release it in theaters, I'm like, you know what? Blocking out time. I'm going to see Oldboy in theater. And how does it live up to a 2013 version that I've only understood to be inferior from it? And I can report today that 2013 version directed by Spike Lee is indeed inferior. Oldboy, directed by Park Chan-wook, is an absolutely splendid film. This is a movie that is kind of just gorgeous in the way that it shoots violence and brutality. It is so heart-wrenchingly disturbing in scenes. It is so disgusting to watch out, and yet I can never take my eyes off the direction. It is a masterclass of genre and thriller genre filmmaking. It is just such an exciting film to watch. The knowing where the film goes never ruins it for me. Like, I know what was going to happen in the third act, and yet it didn't surprise me. There is iconic scenes in this movie, including an octopus live eating scene. There's also this scene with a hammer, the hammer fight as it's kind of referred to. Those are scenes that I knew. Those were even scenes that I'd seen before seeing Oldboy in theaters. And yet, knowing they were coming up never ruined my enjoyment of it. Our hero, Dae-su, is the titular character, Oldboy, is by no means a protagonist, or I should say hero type. He is a guy that is extremely complicated, and it all leads up to a really special third act sequence. This movie, like I said, was just something so incredible for me to watch. I think the performances are all knockout. The villain, played by Yoo Ji-tae, is absolutely intimidating, scary, everything that you'd want, and so morally complex. You just never know the angle until the angle is finally revealed to you. There's just so much about this movie. It's such a great psychological thriller. It leaves you in a place of just horror and disgust. It just challenges every notion. It is by no means decent. It is by no means PC. It is by no means a movie that takes it easy on its audience. It is so aggressively overt, and it definitely has stylings of anime. It definitely has stylings of comic books. It has the genre hallmarks. You can definitely feel Hitchcock's influence in on this movie. There is so much in this, and it's so deeply rich. I had a great time exploring the world of Oldboy. So, Oldboy, it's getting the big one for me. 5 out of 5 stars here from the Beniverse Movie Channel. My name is Ben Friedman. Thank you for watching. And if you like this video, make sure to click like and subscribe. It always helps me out. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.